Hello, everyone. Welcome to Holy Shanks.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun.
This is fun. This is our first ever podcast by Josh Osler and myself, Mike Stevenson. Long time coming. We've been trying to do this for 3 months now, but work has been in the way of us doing it, and it's finally settling down for us. So we want to take this time to put out some good stories and have some fun here in the golf business.
Yeah.
So welcome, Josh.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
Like you said, we're in the middle of a renovation at our country club, which we talked about doing a podcast when we were kind of teeing that up, and thought we were going to be pretty slow, and it ended up being super busy for the first while.
Yeah.
And I think it's quieting down. So I'm excited to dive into this.
We'll have stories and questions from our lives in the golf business, from things we've experienced to things we heard about, things we hope to experience. And but let's dive in. We'll tell you a little bit about ourselves. Josh, kind of tell me a little bit about your story. Why here, La Rinconada? Why golf?
So I grew up playing golf with my family. It was always a family sport. My grandpa managed a little 9-hole muni course in central Utah, Cove View Golf Club. Super fun. I was actually just watching some home videos when I was home earlier this week and got to watch my 5-year-old self swing some golf clubs with my dad and my grandpa and my brother. And it was always just a family thing. Did it on the weekends or if we visited the grandparents. As I got older, just, again, kept it pretty casual, fun with the family on the weekends. And then once I hit high school age, my mom was like, hey, the high school has tryouts and it's free green fees. So let's go check it out. And I was not even shooting that well. I was probably barely breaking 90 ever, but the high school team sucked. They were awful. So I ended up making varsity, and then that's where it really kicked into like, hey, team golf is super fun, playing golf every day.
A little bit of gambling.
A little bit of gambling.
Okay.
Played for pennies, whatever it was. Yeah. But it was a super good time playing on team golf and played some junior golf in Utah. So it was a good time. Took a break after a while, college, trying to figure that whole life thing out, and then moved out to California from Utah in the middle of January. And I was like, I guess I just want to work at a golf course. Like, that's all I want to do. Winters in Utah are awful in January, and then it was sunny NorCal, California. So started working in the golf industry and eventually turned a career into it.
You took the leap from Utah after your mission, came back, went back to Utah, and then you said, I'm out of here in January, and then moved out to California?
Yeah, I was going to BYU. I was living the LDS, like the path.
Okay.
Because I grew up in Orem, Utah. So did a 2-year service mission in the Philippines, came back, was going to BYU, was teaching at it's called the Missionary Training Center, stuff I learned from my mission to potential missionaries. And then, of course, as it always is, the girl I was dating had moved out here. So I told my parents, I was like, hey, I'm deferring. I'm out of here to chase this girl down. They thought I was insane. But ended up working out, married now.
Okay, I was going to say.
Yeah, it worked out. It worked out great.
I hope it was Kelly. Yeah,
it was Kelly. Married now, have 5 kids, and been here in NorCal for quite a long time. And like I said, turned it into a golf career kind of out of just pure luck. I mean, it's just something I loved doing.
Yeah.
Didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life, and started working at a golf course, and it took off. So it's been super fun.
It's funny. My story is similar, except for the mission part. I grew up on Long Island, and my dad, who was a school teacher or phys ed school teacher, would take me to play golf occasionally when I was younger, and with my uncle, and it was like we'd go play munis, or not really munis, just public courses on Long Island, because we couldn't afford to be members of country clubs. And so I really, really enjoyed it, and it would be like a special treat if we got to go play golf, because on the weekends when my dad was off, it was more expensive to play,
Right.
So weekdays we didn't play, and then so it was a very special treat. And then when I got to like 5th or 6th grade, I had a principal who did a little golf thing for our middle school, and I loved it. And played in it and we played pretty well. And it was awesome because I just loved, as you said, like the camaraderie about golf of just being out there with people at any age and gambling with them for pennies, quarters, dollars, whatever it was. I really liked that aspect of it because I could play anyone. I was always small, so I could play anybody that was bigger than me and beat them a lot,
Right.
which was cool.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to box them or wrestle them and all that stuff. But the cool part was like in seventh grade, what really kind of pushed me over the edge was I think the summer going into seventh grade, my friends, my core group of guy friends, joined the local public golf course for $200 for the summer. Anytime during the week after 12 o'clock, you go play. Just carry your clubs or use a push cart and go. So I was like, well, if I want to hang out with them, it's the only way I can.
Right.
So I joined as well, and then from there it was like me and a couple other guys, this one guy, my friend, we fell in love with it. He and I ended up making the JV team in seventh grade for high school golf. We played on varsity in eighth grade.
Nice.
So we would have like either my mom or his grandmother used to take us to the golf course to practice because we were let out later than the high school kids. And then my freshman year, I kind of knew all the guys at the little public course that we played at. The owner or the manager, whatever he was back then, it was kind of a little bit weird. He's like, "Hey, you come work for us in the summertime. I'll pay you $4.75 an hour, cash." And this is back in 14 years old, so this is 1991.
Yeah.
I was like, "This is
great.
I'm on it. Perfect. Free golf, getting paid, hanging out with other high school kids or college kids that worked either on the grounds crew or the cart barn or in the golf shop." So here I was a 14-year-old kid hanging out with like older kids thinking like, so cool.
Right.
And that's when it just built from there. And my game got a lot better. And it's funny because then my father, who knew a friend at Penn State, I had no clue I wanted to be in high school. I was like, I'm going to be a teacher just like my parents.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to do. I love math or phys ed or history. I'll do that.
Yeah.
I kind of know that life. And one of my dad's friends said, "Hey, you should look at Penn State. They've got this golf management program." My high school never knew anything about it, never told me about it. Penn State at the time had one of the 4 PGM programs for PGA in the country. Enrolled put my application in early. I was in school, accepted by the October of my senior year in high school. So I coasted through my senior year of high school because I had good grade, graduated easy, and then I hadn't, went away to South Carolina and worked at a golf store before college, and then literally been working ever since because we had to do internships in college.
Did you do internships like right after your first year?
First year, you have to do 11 months of internship before you graduate college.
Oh,
so
wow.
literally, it's like you do 3 months. Or 15 months, sorry. 3 months and 1 6-month internship.
Okay.
And they're course credits. So first one, my freshman year, was at a place called Pipe and Rock Club on Long Island, which is like an hour from where I grew up. High-end private facility. Next one I did was at Valhalla Country Club.
Nice.
Or Valhalla Golf Club down in Louisville, Kentucky. And that was the year after the PGA, which was kind of cool. Then I did my 6 month at Baltimore Country Club in '98 when we had our centennial, which was kind of cool because Tony Pancake, who was my boss, who was last year or two PGA National Club Pro of the Year
a couple years ago.
Yep. When he moved back to Crooked Stick, he was an Indiana guy and moved back there and did some stuff. So his family's based out of there now, but got to work for him out there. And every Sunday, he was a great guy, big into faith. So on Sundays, we all dressed nice, button downs, ties, even knickers on some of the holidays because of the 100th year anniversary.
Yeah.
But kind of a cool spot. And then I did my final internship was really my first job. I was done with school academically, but I still had to do like an internship to graduate.
Right.
And that was at Deepdale. And so I got hired as an assistant, but kind of used it as an internship and just continued on right
And
from there.
you were at Deepdale for a while.
Nine years. So yeah, I worked for Garrell Kessner, another PGA professional of the year, for 9 years. Him and his wife Margie Kessner, um, and yeah,
That's awesome.
well, from there.
Yeah,
So
crazy the different paths that you can you can take to end
yeah,
up in our case the same spot. But
yeah.
yeah, it can go pretty wild.
I know it's funny. I mean, when I was growing up back and working in the Met section, I never thought I'd be out here in California.
Oh, dude,
Never.
I never thought I'd be in it. Like growing up in Utah, I thought, I mean, again, the plan is like you
Yeah,
stay in Utah, you stay close to your family, all that stuff. And my parents thought I was insane. But like it's crazy how it all came together with my family and my career. Like when I moved out here, I was like, I liked accounting. That's what I was studying at BYU, and I
yeah,
thought I was like, hey, the Big Four is out there. I'll get some internship, or there's all sorts of big businesses. But like I moved out here, and I was like, I just want to golf for free.
yeah.
So literally was working the bag room at a golf course, like barely making it by.
Where? Which golf
At
course?
golf club at Boulder Ridge.
Okay.
So started as there, was promoted to like the outside staff supervisor. Spot opened up in the shop, so I became an assistant pretty quick. And then I actually started working like I'd work the mornings here at La Rinconada as a bag boy,
Okay.
and then I'd go to Boulder Ridge in the afternoons and work the golf shop. I'd be working like 13, 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
And my newlywed wife was just like, "What? That's a lot of time working. Like, are you good?" And I was like, "Dude, I love
Yeah.
it. Like, this is the greatest thing ever." That was when I was young and had all that energy. I don't want to do
And
that
no
now.
kids yet.
I know kids, so like,
Yeah.
there's nothing better to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that kind of led to eventually I got a job as an assistant here at La Rinconada. It paid well enough that I could just have that one job.
Yeah.
And Andy Kimball was the head pro at the time. He's now the GM at La Rinconada. Kind of mentored me through all of that. I was here for 3 or 4 years as an assistant,
Yeah.
and then kind of felt like I was stuck, didn't know where to go. I
Yeah.
got my PGA in 2017,
Yeah.
so about a year of after getting my PGA, I was like, what's the next step? I gotta
Yeah.
progress. So I took a job at Tucson Country Club in Arizona, assistant golf professional still, but kind of the number two position, and got a taste of some lower cost of living. Got to buy a house, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Really good family friendly place in Tucson. Worked there for 3 years, but kind of the same deal, just kind of felt stuck, like I wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
The head pro above me, I was certain was not going to leave for a long time. And then La Rinconada called me back and said, hey, we got a head pro position under a director of golf. Are you interested?
Yeah.
And the first time I was like, no, no way, I'm not going back to California.
Yeah.
They hired somebody else. He lasted a couple months and went to do pharmaceutical sales or something.
Gotcha.
And then Andy called me back and he's like, hey, I'm gonna pay you this much. Like, we'll help you relocate all this stuff. And I was like, well, I'll give it a try. We'll see what happens. And so I've been here again since 2021.
Okay.
So I was in Tucson from 2018 to 21, and then moved back here in 2021. Head pro for a while, and then a couple years ago got the director of golf role.
Nice.
And then that's about the time that you started over here.
Yeah. Yeah. Started here in, I can't even remember the year now.
Dude,
It's like 23, I think, December 23.
Something
I think
like that.
I think that sounds about right.
Post COVID, all my years are
Yeah, very
wrapped up.
confused in the years, and when you get to be my age at 49, it doesn't. They all blend together.
Yeah.
But yeah, came to work after working at Los Altos for 12 years. Took a little break, figured things out, and then came to work for Kyle and you, and because I was wanted something a little different, and after Kyle leaving, it's a great opportunity for you and I to put our own stamp of things on the Rinconada,
It's been super fun. Like, it's been a super great, I don't know, partnership.
Yeah, and I look at it for us as, and for myself as somebody that was a director of golf in the past, and like mentoring younger people, since Josh is younger than me, everybody.
Yes, yes.
But I realized having that role sometimes not that it didn't make me the person I wanted to be. It wasn't the person I wanted to be for my daughters. It wasn't the person I wanted to be in life. I didn't have that balance that I needed,
It's
and
big. That's
and
a
it's
big.
hard.
That's a big golf pro discussion.
Yeah,
The
it's
whole life balance stuff.
life balance. It gets very very convoluted with golf, and even though everybody thinks outside of golf thinks we play all the time, I might play. Hopefully, I played 25 to 30 rounds this year. That's my goal.
And half of those are like golf trips with
And half of
members.
them would be golf trips
Yeah.
in a concentrated time. But you and I working together, it was kind of fun when we posed it to the board, saying, "Hey, like as I tell people, I'm the old bench coach. I'm the Don Zimmer. Just helping the young new coach with some decisions, giving my outlook on things, and it's been enjoyable for me because it makes me have that work-life balance that I want for me and my daughters, and whatever's next for me in life. And
You just like being
and
a shove all the crap up to me, don't
well,
you?
yeah,
There's
because
a,
I had it and it stinks. Well, there's fun, there's good and bad.
yeah.
It really doesn't say it stinks, but um, I'll still say no sometimes because I know it's not worth it to go to you. But it's like hey, you don't always have to be the top dog at a facility or in any place in life,
To
really,
make decisions.
to make decisions and or to have a good life, right?
Right.
It's to end all be all. Happiness is important. I mean, I remember my dad was telling me a couple months ago. He goes, "Yeah, whenever we used to visit from South Carolina, he's like, it wasn't fun for us. Like it was fun for seeing the girls, but you'd be on your phone when you come back from work, making sure things are okay, or checking on the outside set, doing this,
Yeah.
doing that,
Yep.
dealing with stuff." And he's like, you could tell you weren't happy. And yes, I had the job I wanted,
Right.
but I didn't have the job I wanted because I didn't have that balance,
Yeah. It
and
requires. It's something I'm still trying to figure out. And like again, these first couple months while we're renovating, everything's new, everything's different, and we're trying to figure it out. And the same thing. Like I'll go home and I'll get an email or I'll see some text that I have to respond to, and it's very different than like my dad was a diesel mechanic, and
yeah,
when he was at work, he was at work. When he was
yeah.
home, I mean,
Same
it's
thing.
kind of
My
it's a
dad was a
technology
teacher.
thing. Like
Yeah,
partly it's a technology thing where like
yeah,
we're a little too connected all the
yes,
time. It's super hard to remove ourselves from like the hospitality
yeah,
part of this industry. I mean, my wife is like, why can't you just like say no to these members, or why can't that wait?
yeah.
And she's
It
right.
can.
Sometimes it can. Like
Yes,
most of the
sometimes it
times
can.
it
Most,
can.
I would say, looking back on technology over the past however many years, and the progression of hospitality that we need to have,
Yeah.
it can wait.
Yeah.
Very, very small things, percentage wise, are the ones that need to be taken care of. But again, I understand your point. It's like it just becomes a list of something you need to do another day. So why not just knock something off that list right then and there?
Right.
But it takes away from something else.
Yeah, for sure. And it's again, it's trying to learn that balance of
Yeah,
like, hey, when I'm done, like there's a lot that can be saved for the next day, and there's things that may seem urgent to other people that they're probably not,
yeah,
or they can wait till the next day and focus on family time and things like that. So
yeah,
it's I don't know. My parents instilled a super strong like work ethic and sense of duty. So
yeah.
it's a constant
It's a constant
battle
battle. Yeah.
for sure.
And I think same here from both of us growing up in kind of, I mean, Long Island's not middle America, but like middle socioeconomic class. We weren't poor, we weren't rich,
We have to work
but
hard.
my dad, both my parents were teachers. In the summer times, my dad and his buddies would build decks for extra money. My dad was a gymnastics men's official, would do that
Oh,
on
cool.
weekends during the winter times for colleges, and like so he would do like so always doing something not
Yeah.
to make ends meet, but to provide a good life for me and my two sisters. But like, and I mean, we had a blast. We didn't our vacations were going out to Montauk, which was an hour and a half drive, and camping on the ocean. That
Right.
was, and then finally when we were 13, my parents bought a condo in Myrtle Beach on a golf course because they know how much I loved golf and it was close to the beach. So that was like our big splurge. But I mean, we'd still drive there.
Right.
It was
Right.
13 hours to get there. It
Yeah.
wasn't. We weren't flying, but that's just the way it was. And I had that same work ethic of, hey, get it done, get it done, get it done. Work hard. You're going to be successful.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of that. Work hard. You're going to be successful. But there are some failures and sometimes where people don't see you working hard. But that's something you'll learn later in life. That even though you work hard, doesn't always mean everything's going to work out. Unfortunately.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. It's not a fail-safe way of
No.
guaranteeing your position or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Like there's a lot that can not go according to plan.
Relationships in this
Yeah.
business. You can be the hardest working guy in the world, but if somebody doesn't like you for something you say or you do, that could end it.
Yeah. It's a
Crazy political world.
it's a political game that
Yeah.
you have to play, which
Yeah.
I'm hate the politics part of it, but
Yeah.
like I understand that that's how it works.
Yeah.
I think recently it's more like we're 60%, 70% in the hospitality business. And so you have to focus on that piece of it
Yeah.
just as much as the golf side of it.
Yeah.
And doing what you can to make these, I mean, in our case, a country club, higher end country club, there's a lot of demands. That people want this and they want that, and
Yeah.
we do what we can to help them. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's making sure you help the right person
Yeah.
because they're on the board of
Yeah.
or board of directors or stuff like that.
And it's also sometimes educating them on what can and can't be done and why it can or why it can't, and because again, all of our people, they're members, a couple, some of them, a couple other places that have this or that, and well, this club does that or that club does that, but
Yeah,
each club's economics are different,
right.
so dues are different, and so then different expectations or different clubs' mission statements are completely different.
Right.
So again, it's always trying to explain that to people.
This club has more money than the GDP of Belgium or whatever. So it's
Yeah.
just like, yes, they can say yes to anything.
Yeah.
It's just money. Like it's
Yeah.
just what does it cost?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're in a super good spot. La Rinconada has been a really good home for me. I came back obviously. I don't think I would have done that for most other clubs.
Yeah.
It's a super good kind of family club. I can take my kids out and play 9 holes in the afternoon or take them to the range, and the members aren't kind of looking around like what the heck is going on.
Yeah.
So it's a super super cool place to work, and it's fun to see the renovation going on. And we're 3 months in, and maybe 10 months, 11 months to go, something like that.
Yeah.
We'll see. But it's all coming together. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, no, it's been fun for me here. Working out has been kind of a second home and a good kind of second part of my life in the golf pro world, being here or being a member, a PGA member for over 25 years, and just kind of looking to the future and things I want to do. And again, like you said, it's a great family club where I bring my daughters here and we'll hit balls or they'll answer the phones sometimes and they love, I mean, already my oldest is like, all right, 14, I can work. Think Josh would hire me? I go, well, he might.
I told my oldest I wouldn't hire him, and he was like, I wouldn't listen to you anyway. And I was like,
yeah.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, now Paige would listen to you.
She would
and
listen.
she's ready to, like, she's already has practice. She's like, I might need a resume. I said, you can make your resume.
Sure.
There are things you can and cannot do, and you're smart enough to handle it. So
Yeah. No, it's been super fun. So hopefully you enjoyed getting a little dive into our background. It's
Yeah.
fun to even learn things I learned about your upbringing that I wasn't aware of. And
yeah, did you ever graduate college?
I did.
Okay, I didn't want to start calling you dropout.
No, it took a long time. There was all sorts of online options
Gotcha.
that BYU offered, and so I was able to get it through BYU Idaho technically.
Okay.
But it was a lot of. It's funny when you're young, you can do a lot of things, and you don't really realize how much you're working. Like I was working those 2 jobs for a while, and then full time here at La Rinconada, I was doing the PGA program. I was doing online school, 3 or 4 courses a semester,
Yeah.
and did that for 2 or 3 years, just so I could.
Get it
I
done.
wanted to get my degree,
Okay.
wanted to get my PGA program, PGA knocked out. So that was a busy 2 or 3 years. My Kelly was going through chiropractic school at the same time,
Okay.
so it was all just a very
Easy time to do it.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know.
she was busy. I was busy
Yeah.
trying to educate and get our career started, and so it all worked out. And I did get my degree, so
There you
thank
go.
goodness,
Well done.
not a dropout. So
Well, awesome. Yeah, Josh, been fun talking tonight, and hopefully we do more. And
do more for sure.
like we said, everyone, our topics are going to change. You know, who knows? It may be next one on the U.S. Open. It may be on the state politics in California, or it may be, on the fashion sense of Josh. You know,
Not great.
It
We're
could
not,
be.
we're
It
not
could
going
be
down
on
that
anything.
route.
So we hope to you listen, watch, and we do it again.
Okay, welcome to Holy Shanks.
Holy Shanks.
Let's go.